Corey, how do you always look so bougie? How do you always look so nice when you're on a budget? Let me tell you my secret. Credit card debt, Afterpay, Klarna.
Bro, when you broke, life just actually sucks. Cause say I'm rich and broke, it's like, dang, I'm sad. But at least I'm rich. At least I can go drive my Ferrari or something. But when you sad and broke, it's like, damn, I'm sad. Let me get out the house. But dang, I ain't got no money. I can't do nothing. Funny, cause being broke, I can't do that again. Broke boy, yeah, that's me.
Microphone check. What's up, financial hacks? So in today's video, we're gonna be going over some more finances, but this time, not just regular people, not just celebrities, but everybody dang near. And man, 2025 just started. And I mean, what do you expect? You don't expect the economy to be, 100% right now. And yeah, a lot of people still struggling, a lot of people still broke, a lot of people are still out here having a grind, the regular, 9 to 5 and whatnot. But in today's videos, I kind of just want to go over some more people talking about being broke right now, and I guess ways they got out of it and or ways that they're currently surviving in it. I'll go ahead and give some of my advice as well if I was in some of these situations. But just because you see somebody who's like a celebrity, for example, does not mean that they're currently doing well, or does not mean that they've always been doing well. And same with other like influencers and whatnot that you're seeing online that may be talking that talk, but really don't have the finances. But a lot of people are actually exposing themselves and kind of just giving us the real tea on their finances. So let's go ahead and start out with this video here, and then yeah, we'll go from there.
I was broke into my late 30s. When I started on The Housewives, I had $8,000 in my bank account. My rent, I think it was like $1,900, $2,100 to $2,600 in New York City, which is a lot of money. And I would bounce checks. I would have insufficient funds. I didn't have a safety net. I was not in a relationship. I was a natural food chef, but working very freelance. And I was nervous. I was an entrepreneur and always hustling, but I was definitely nervous. And I remember to go downtown at night, I was going on this date. To get downtown from my apartment on 62nd Street was like $25 in a taxi. And that was really stretching it, because then I would get down there and definitely couldn't pay for the meal. And you would just hope that someone was going to pay for the meal, because I wouldn't order a lot of food. I'd order probably a salad and a drink, and I'd be very nervous. And if I had to split the bill, and sometimes it was splitting equally with all the people drinking so much, I would just put it on the credit card. And the credit card had debt. I was a person who had to consolidate all the credit cards and pay off every month. It's anxiety producing to be broke and to want to be living and to want to, buy yourself something or get a latte and live a life. And you watch other people going to the Hamptons and going out to bars and going out to dinner and having a social life. And you sort of have this closet life where, you have some cute clothes from your travels and you have a decent apartment in New York City. You can't really afford to do anything. You're definitely house poor. You're living in this apartment that you could barely pay the rent, but you scrounge it together and you can't really do anything else, but you want to be there. And it wasn't that I even knew that I wanted to be there. It was just where I kind of grew up. I didn't even think of living anywhere else. It would have been so much less expensive to live somewhere else. It just felt like, having grown up on the East Coast, you just don't get on a plane and decide to live somewhere else. I did live in LA for 10 years and I did like that, and that was less expensive, but that was also lonely and you need a car, and then it's hard to be social at night because you just have to get motivated. And God, I'll never forget New York City, going out one night to a place, I think it was called MK. I can't believe I remember that. And this was like 30 years ago, like 20 something years ago, and I think it was $15 for a glass of champagne at this place MK. I was having a panic attack paying $15 for a drink. You would be like the tiniest sips of that drink all night, like licking the inside to make it last, praying someone would buy you a drink. I was a late bloomer, and I definitely could never have afforded any kind of expensive makeup. Drugstore makeup was the only way that it ever went.
Okay. I think that was actually a pretty good video. I forgot her name, but she said she was on the Housewives show. I know I've seen her several different times, like in commercials and whatnot. But yeah, she's a late bloomer, and most people who are financially wealthy are, I guess, late bloomers, or I shouldn't even say late bloomer. I just I should just call that like normal, being normal. I think the average age to become a millionaire, I know for like for guys, I think for everybody, I guess, is like what, 55 or something like that. That's like the average age of like the millionaire people. I think they're like in their 50s or so. So yeah, her being broken to her, late 30s, that's actually unfortunately pretty normal. Now, she did live in New York, and she was just talking about how more expensive it is out there. And that's true. You living in a less expensive place can definitely help you out financially for sure. However, I don't know exactly her current job that she had there. If she were to move to like, okay, let's say like Texas, for example, would she also be getting paid the same amount? Because in New York, she may be getting paid a higher amount, due to the higher cost of living there. But if she moved down south, it may lower her pay because of the, lower cost of living. So, this is something to think about as well. This is a long time ago. So she, I'm pretty sure there wasn't really no remote work or whatnot. And that's a way that you can probably get around a lot of that different cost of living, being able to live in a area that's not as high cost of living, but still be able to get paid that higher end salary in, X, Y, Z state. But yeah, I'm glad that she kind of just, shared this info with everybody beside of actually her grinding. Fortunately, with her trying to grind and, penny pinch, she had to get credit card debt and consolidate that. And yeah, that's something that I think a lot of people are doing. And they're, I guess, maybe just not aware of how long it would take them to pay it off. I want to say last year was like one of the top years of credit card debt. And I'm pretty sure 2025 is going to increase even more. And all of this is just like consumer debt. You just buying stuff. Like all the stuff she was talking about here, it wasn't her needing to, buy food to live. It's like, going out money, unfortunately. And that's again, a lot of people getting that, rat race on the, be cool, trying to hang out with everybody. And if you're really trying to grind right now, I don't recommend that. Like there's activities you can do for free. Now I know probably her friend group, they're probably, like that, like want to spend money all the time. But sometimes you may have to get into another friend group if that friend group is not helping you succeed in where you want to go. I was talking about this too in another video with a YouTuber before the billions, and he was talking about his old friend group and how with that group they always wanted to like go out and eat, constantly go out and eat like 2 or 3 times when they're hanging out, and how much money he was just wasting on that and how much weight gain he got. I think he got up to like 300 something pounds. So he had to let go of that friend group. So not only save money, but also to lose weight and be, be a better productive person, just wasting time, just eating and not doing anything productive. So that's another way you could actually save a lot of money and actually become more successful is changing your friend group. You might like your current friend group, but you may have to change it. Speaking of personal experience, I've had several different friend groups. I'm just thinking of one in particular in school, and they're still in their same place. Like they're not improving. They're not doing anything. Just, working regular old jobs like with Walmart and whatnot. And I'm glad I got out of that. But I could see myself if I really wanted to be with them, be hanging out with them. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be where I am today if I was hanging out with them constantly and not trying to pivot, focus on myself. And I've missed, turn-ups and different stuff like that for them, but I'm glad I did so I could focus on, creating the YouTube content, creating the Facebook content, now the Facebook content, but back then the YouTube content, focusing on ways to study so that I'm able to get certain jobs. I need certifications, whatnot, when I was doing my the insurance, the medical insurance for people. So, you changing your friend group can be tough, but sometimes it is necessary to succeed. I'm just being real with you guys. Sometimes you do got to change that friend group, and that can help you out a ton with becoming better in whatever field, whatever goal you're trying to get into. If your current friend group isn't there to motivate you, isn't there to help you out, they're just being happy to be normal. If you want to be normal, that's fine. But if you want to succeed above that and they're deterring you from that, they're, being negative to you while you're trying to succeed, that's when it's time to change that. So now let's go ahead and play the next video here. Let's see what they're talking about. How I look bougie with no money. Okay, I'm intrigued. A lot of people do be working bougie with no money, but let's see.
Corey, how do you always look so bougie? How do you always look so nice when you're on a budget? Let me tell you my secret. Credit card debt, Afterpay, Klarna. Is it the most financially responsible? No, but that's okay because the debt will disappear someday. You can't convince me otherwise that credit card is not just like free cash. You're welcome.
All right, I think they're being funny, but unfortunately, a lot of people actually believe in this forever. The thing is just free money. And like, okay, this credit card maxed out. Let me get another one. Okay, this one maxed out. Let me get another one. This one maxed out. Let me get another one. And I guess to a certain point, you can rack it up for a bit, but then after a while, you can't. And then you got to pay all this money. And if you're only able to do that, well, I get the minimum, you're going to be paying for 30, 40, 50 years, end up paying a whole lot more. And on top of that, too, you won't be able to buy a house. You won't be able to buy a lot of different things of that nature. So I guess you'll always be stuck in a renting phase. Unless, again, some type of new administration happens or whatnot that, hey, you can't even rent if you're not paying X amount on your debt or you have too much debt. I could see something like that coming along so they can force people to start paying out their debt. But pretty much you just become a debt slave, pretty much just paying out debt for the rest of your life, not being able to really own that much. And again, a lot of people think that they'll just somehow become a millionaire. Well, a lot of people won't become a millionaire. So, this is this is something to think about. A lot of people do this, and I'm glad he's telling the truth. A lot of people that you see on social media right now who probably are like not struggling right now and like flexing on people, and them are using their credit cards like he's talking about. Just building up that credit card debt, and then just have no way to pay it off. But if you do want to find a way you can pay it off, let me go ahead and just make sure you guys can hear me on how you can pay this off, how you can pay your credit card debt out. Go ahead and get into a high paying career field. Start grinding towards that. That's what you should use some of your credit card, debt for. Use that, towards your education, towards your training, towards your certifications in a high paying field. So then, you can make a whole lot more money. You can pay that credit card debt faster or pay it off, faster. And then you can still turn up and then you'll still be making a whole lot of money at the same time. So yeah, I think I'm a big proponent. If you're going to have credit card debt, use it towards something like that versus just like regular consumer debt, just food, toys, entertainment. At least spend some of that towards actually bettering yourself and making not only yourself, but like your kids' lives better, or maybe your parents' lives better. Like, if they get hurt or something like that and might need some help. Hey, if you're financially stable, you might be able to help out a little bit more versus if you had, $0 and you're in debt, you may not be able to help them out at all. But, that's just my 2 cents. But now, guys, let's go ahead and play.
Teacher and
I'm sorry. Okay, let's go ahead and play this one. Let's see what she's talking about. She says she's a
Hey, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary. My salary biweekly is basically my rent minus $500. Guess how much my car is? $400. Guess how much insurance is? $100. Oh, yeah, that's right. You do the math. I'm left with owing money at the end of the month. That's not even with groceries. That's not even with groceries. I realize every single month I am transferring money out of savings into my checking, and I am not. Just had the realization in the car that I'm actually going to go into debt if I continue being a teacher. Like, genuinely. Wow. I'm like literally having a crisis right now. Like, gonna have a panic attack, right? I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. Knowing every single month that most of my money is literally like, I don't have money. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to pay off my credit card this month. I don't know. All right. Well, rats, peace, and blessings. And I hope you can afford your rent today and groceries and your car and insurance and life. Bye.
Okay, yeah, a lot of people are going through that currently right now. So, we've been over this plenty of different times, but let's just find some ways we can get out of this. So, first thing I want to say is that she's acknowledging this. I think that's always good to acknowledge where you're currently at. She understands that she is paying, that her money that's coming in does not equal the money that's coming out. So she's always in a negative, having to use her savings. I don't know how much savings she has, but I'm pretty sure it will run out soon. Secondly, she noticed that her current career field, being a teacher, is not paying the bills. And unfortunately, that's like, I'm not gonna say worldwide, but definitely nationwide. I've done videos talking about the different teachers, talking about their current salaries, how they're struggling right now. Teachers, just giving up teaching, doing other things in life. And she actually may have to go ahead and do something different if, she's not like married to somebody else who can also help her out with the bills. Now, if you're a teacher and you have somebody else like on the side, like a spouse or maybe like a long-term boyfriend or girlfriend, and y'all are splitting the bills, you can probably live a little bit longer being a teacher. But yeah, just how things are right now with being a teacher, it is tough. And again, inflation and everything going up, and the salary for a teacher is not going up compared to that. So I think it's smart to do social media content like this. This is one way you can have additional income. Also, too, you can post this on other platforms. This is currently on TikTok. However, I think TikTok is supposed to be going away soon, possibly. And if it doesn't go away this month, it could come down one of these months. Like it's crazy. I'm always hearing about TikTok, being banned or being deleted or whatnot. And it seemed like it's more serious this time, but we'll see. But anyways, it's good to be platform agnostic. So having your content here, having it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, put it on Threads, put it on Rumble, put your content, on multiple sources, even Rednote, the Chinese app, so that you can build an audience on multiple different platforms and you will slowly have the ability to make money on multiple platforms. And that's what you want to do. You want to have additional income and from multiple spots. And if you can create one piece of content and have that content making you money in several different places, you will be doing a whole lot better than a person who has only one piece of content on one platform. So that's the first thing I would do. Second, I would see if like what she's currently teaching in school, let's say she's teaching math, maybe create a YouTube channel and maybe also other content. I mean, post this content on other places, but of her teaching, going over math, for example. If she's a math teacher, maybe easy ways you can solve problems, questions that students have. That could be a big one. Like the main questions like students have maybe on XYZ, write those down in class, maybe have a quiz or do a survey with your class. And then from there, do videos talking about that. So when people, I know like this is what helped me out too with some of my content on my guides and tutorials. When people search up that question, like, hey, how do I do XYZ? And you have that content there, they're, more likely to, watch your video and maybe, hey, hit that subscribe button. Like, okay, I have this question. You answered this one a month later. Okay, I had this other question and I see your video again. Let me go ahead and hit that subscribe or like button and let me see what else you can help me out with. And, you can start building up a platform like that. And from there too, there's other platforms that you can teach on as well. Maybe become like a tutor or something like that online with people. So like that's three things I would do if I was a teacher right now and trying to find additional income and still wanted to do some type of teaching. The other, I guess, alternative you could do, which would be a fourth option, is to look for another career field. Hopefully something that you can use your teaching skills or some of the stuff that you learned while teaching in that field. So next up, guys, let's go ahead and play this video. If you're tired of being broke. All right,
And this is going to be semi-controversial, but most things people talk about on this app and on the internet won't actually make you more money. Working out doesn't make you more money. Your diet won't make you more money, and a cold shower won't either. You have to accept that the only way that you're going to make more money is sitting in a room all day and repeatedly doing things that make you money. That's it. There's a season for routines, but if you're broke and have no freedom right now, your focus should not be a cold shower and a workout. And to be honest, when I was going from making $2,000 a month to $50,000 a month, and that's all profit, my diet was garbage. I weighed 130 pounds. My mental health wasn't in a good spot, and I basically had no social life. But it was a necessary short-term sacrifice to be where I am now. So if you want to do this thing right, if you really want to make money so you can be free to move how you want to, buy what you want to, and be who you want to, it requires complete dedication. And that means temporarily, other areas of your life will suffer.
Hey, yeah, that is one of the truest things. Not sometimes, dang near 100% of the time, I feel like you will have to sacrifice if you want to get to that next step. Maybe if you're already born rich, you might not have to sacrifice as much if you want to, I guess, stay rich. But again, even if you're rich and you want to get even richer, you're gonna have to start making some sacrifices. So yeah, if you're struggling, you're grinding. I mean, you're not grinding. You're just out here chilling, turning up, hoping some workout goes save you. It's not gonna save you. Like you're talking about, putting in that time, putting that effort, putting in those sacrifices can do that. And it may not, it may not exactly be in the field that you're thinking of, but being able to have that discipline and have that grind can help you in that other field or whatever path that your life, ends up leading you into. I know for myself, I've been grinding a lot. I remember after school, after college, I had bought myself a PlayStation. No, not a PlayStation, an Xbox. I spent like all my like little money I had like some savings bonds or whatnot, and I sold something too. And I was able to get like an Xbox and a controller. I think it was like an Xbox, like a one, maybe an Xbox 360. Or it could have been Xbox One. I forgot. And a recording thing, so I can start recording videos, start recording video game content. doing reviews on independent games or indie games because they were cheap or sometimes even free and they were on the marketplace. So I could beat it pretty quickly and also do a review and do that daily. And I remember missing a trip, like a big trip with my family because I really wanted to grind on this channel. And I'm not doing the channel like I guess full time now. I still have it, still did pretty good. But at that time, that grind and effort really helped me out to be able to stay focused outside of school, which was great. On top of that, I was able to use that to get one of my other jobs after school. I was able to show that, hey, I got this YouTube channel. It's doing good. I think at that time, I think I was like at 20,000 subscribers, and I was able to get one of the best jobs I had because of that YouTube channel years later. And I still got it right now, which is crazy. But that discipline and grind of building that up not only helped me with that, with that job I got later on in life, but also still helps me out today because I'm still on YouTube. Being able to grind and not make any money for a year, 2 year, 3 years does not feel like anything now because I'm so freaking used to it. All the years it took me to learn the creation of thumbnails, SEO, et cetera, how to create videos, how to always have ideas. All of that was during that first channel. So if I didn't do all that during that gaming channel, I wouldn't be here today on all my other channels, like on the financial channel or the cybersecurity channel or XYC channel. So all that grind and effort, it's just helped me out so much tenfold. And being able to again grow and be able to know when it's time to move on to that next path, move on to that next goal. So yeah, hopefully that's some motivation right now that hey, you may want to get to point B or no point C. You're point A right now. All your friends are turning up at point A. It's cool. You may think it's cool and fun just to stay there forever. But do you really want to see yourself like that forever? Or do you want to see yourself, driving that new car, having a new house, or having that new girl, or whatever freaking want of that you really can't get at your current level? Like what type of life do you have, or what type of life do you want to have for your kids? Do you want them to be, living good, or do you want them to be struggling? This is things to think about because, again, inflation and everything is going to keep on increasing. We got AI taking over jobs. We got people from overseas coming over, taking over jobs. Where do you want to be at? Do you want to be a person who don't have to worry about that as much, or somebody who has to worry about this day there every day? Just something to think about. And lastly, guys, let's go ahead and play this video here. That's what he's talking about that broke life.
Bro, life just actually sucks. Cause say I'm rich and broke, it's like, dang, I'm sad. But at least I'm rich. At least I can go drive my Ferrari or something. But when you sad and broke, it's like, damn, I'm sad. Let me get out the house. Dang, I ain't got no money. I can't do nothing. Then niggas making jokes when you broke. Ain't nothing funny when you broke, eh? Ain't no he and ha gonna put some money in my pocket. And then you get invited to go out, and it's like, yeah, I want to go out, but dang, now I gotta find a way to pay, or I gotta find somebody to pay for me. And it's just like, I am broke. Like, what am I doing to not have enough money, gang? Then I get on my social media and I see all these streamers and stuff making all this money, and it just be like, I am broke. Like, oh my. Like, broke sadness is way worse than just being sad. Broke is really being sad in itself. That's why y'all gotta get y'all money up and not y'all funny up, because being broke, I can't do that again. Broke boy, yeah, that's me.
All right. I know it was funny, but yeah, I think he actually, I don't even have to say anything on this video. I think he did a perfect example of how it feels like being broke. That's a whole other thing, just being broke by itself, let alone, your life's like, and, you can't turn up as much. But hopefully, that can be motivation, seeing this, laugh and and, but hopefully they can be motivating for you guys, if you're in school or out of school or whatnot, to right now, go ahead and, try to get to that next step. Maybe spend like 5 minutes, like literally right now. Get like a paper or get your phone, get like a pen if you got a pen or pencil if people still have pencils. Or again, to get your phone, just write down, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years from now? Where do you want to see yourself in 3 years from now? Where do you want to see yourself 1 year from now? And if you can't really think of anything at the moment, what type of assets do you want? Do you want like a new house by then, a new apartment, new hotel or something, new car, a new game station? What do you want by the end of 2025? What do you want in the beginning of 2026? Start drawing stuff down like that. And then look into ways that you can start doing that. Let's say you want to have more money. With that, look at maybe different career fields. You can look at your current career field. If you're not seeing that, I guess, projecting to be able to afford, whatever type of money that you think you'll, get or that you deserve, think about maybe something adjacent to what you're currently doing that pays more. Being able just to learn something brand new is also great. You can watch plenty of YouTube videos. I definitely recommend tech. There's plenty of different YouTube videos of a wide variety of things in tech that you can do. If you're more technical, that's great. There's a lot of things there. But if you're not technical, there's also a lot of different things that are great there. Let's say you like drawing, for example. You can do something like UX design, where you're helping out with like the displays of things, within like your apps, how it's displayed, where the different options are, maybe the graphics, how that all looks right there. And you don't have to be necessarily a technical and being the person who has to code things, for example. Like there's several different things. Maybe you get at selling, maybe you can do tech sales. So you don't necessarily have to do all the coding and different things of that nature or all the technical stuff, but you still can be in tech and still get that bag. Like there's multiple different ways that you guys can make money with your current skill set. And you probably just not aware of it. Like for me, for example, when I went to college, it was like a lot of different majors that I was not aware of until I was like a sophomore or junior. And I switched my major like two different times while in college. And I wouldn't have done that if I already had the knowledge of everything up front. So hopefully I gave you guys some type of knowledge of things that you may not be aware of. But if you do have like a current skill set and you're not exactly sure how that can, apply to other jobs, just type in your current skill set, like to Google, for example, and type in like whatever you are, whatever you're doing in tech or a tech job comparison to that, something like along those lines to Google, and to see what the Google AI brings up for you, or see what type of, Reddit posts or other blog posts that come up that can give you that spark, that can give you that idea of something new that you can do to make more money that you weren't aware of. Because again, it's so many different fields out here, so many different things out here, other things I don't even know still. I'm learning, new stuff every single day. So I believe in you guys. I know you guys can do it. I know we guys can do it out here. Hopefully you're already on that path of grinding, but if you haven't got to that path yet, those are some of the recommendations that I would do right now. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.